There are still lots of amazing moments coming up in the show. We've got more performances and, of course, the Game of the Year announcement. Oh, whoa. What's going on?
Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's not like it's going to be Smash or anything. It's coming out tonight, but, like, I'm excited nonetheless. That's Persona 5. Oh, yeah, that is. Oh, I know. I know for sure. Oh, I've looked into this game enough to know what that is. Yes! Yes! They did it. They did it. Can't believe it. They did it. They did it. They did exactly what I wanted them to do. They did it. They put Persona 5 on Switch. They put it on Switch. That's all I wanted. They did it.
We're not the ones sending a card this time.
Yes.
In fact, we've been invited. Invited
Wait.
to steal the greatest
Invited?
treasure of all.
Oh my god! One year ago, on December 6th, 2018, during an otherwise arduous Game Awards, Joker from Persona 5 was revealed for Smash Ultimate. It feels cliche and hyperbolic to say this, but it really does feel like this reveal changed my life, in one way or another. And I figure now is the best time to tell the story of how everything lined up to make this one of the most exciting moments in my life so far. Honestly, I'm really disappointed that I wasn't able to record my reaction, but to do that, I would have had to have been watching the Game Awards on livestream for this to have happened. It's a shame too, because this is easily the best reaction I've had to a Smash reveal, and it'll probably stay that way for all future reveals. It was even crazier than my Byleth reaction, and probably less cringeworthy too. Byleth! 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 It's my guy! It's my guy! No way! No way! No! Anyway. The foundations for this momentous occasion were laid in July of 2018. Since I've been young, money has always burned a hole in my pocket when I had it, so every time I got money, which wasn't all too often, I'd want to buy whatever game I could find. Persona 4 Golden specifically was one that I saw from time to time, but never had enough of an urge to buy it. However, one day, I took the purge. I spent a measly $20 to buy the game on my Vita. Little did I know, this would be one of the best decisions I ever made. Something that I always find astonishing about this moment was that there was next to no outside influence on me getting this game. I wasn't told about it, I wasn't told to play it, I just came across it and gave it a shot. To be fair, I did look up reviews and ask my club Discord about it, but getting this game was primarily a win. It was a random chance that I came across this magnificent series, and to me, there's something beautiful about that. So, needless to say, I was hooked the minute I began playing. Persona 4 became my new obsession, and quickly one of the largest obsessions I've ever had. Seriously, this game had me enthralled. I could not for the life of me put it down. Hours upon hours a day you could find me on my Vita, headphones in at full volume, completely immersed in Inaba. In some cases, it felt like an addiction. If I wasn't playing the game, all I could think about was when I could play it next. Everything else was virtually impossible to do. All I could focus on was getting back to Persona 4 Golden to see what would happen next. It got so bad I even cut myself off for a week, because I felt like it was unhealthy how much I played this one game. Oh, by the way, Chie best girl. I wasted at least 3 in-game days, probably more, redoing her rank 10 social link, because I wanted to hear her say I love you again. It's pathetically hilarious, looking back at it. That's all well and good, but what does this have to do with Joker, and more importantly, Smash? See, while part of my aforementioned game search was because I had money I was desperate to spend, another part of it was that I needed a game to tide me over until December, when Smash Ultimate would be released at last. So, naturally, playing Persona 4 also led me to an idea. A dream that I never thought possible. I had a new most wanted character for Smash. The one that would hype me up more than anything else. I wanted Yu Narukami in Smash. I was a Persona 4 fanboy after all. I hadn't played Persona 5, and in fact, at the time, I had little interest in it. Persona 4 was so good, so why should I bother with Persona 5? There was no way it could beat Persona 4 in my eyes. Not a chance. Oh, how naive I was. Regardless, that was my mindset until late October, early November. It was around this time that I started looking more into Persona 5. Very basic things like how dungeons had puzzles and exploration, but things about Persona 5 nonetheless. I would talk to my friend during power walking, yeah, that's a class I took, it's a free PE credit, why not, who was also a fan of Persona, about the differences between Persona 4 and 5. And every little thing I heard got me more and more excited to play it. I put Persona 5 on my Christmas wishlist and started to hype up playing it. I didn't look too much into it, primarily to avoid spoilers, but I do remember watching the opening and some minor gameplay moments just to get a feel for the game. I remember seeing Joker and thinking, hey, this guy's pretty cool, and not much beyond that. Although, the idea of him being in Smash did start to pop up in my mind, at least a little bit. If only I had played it sooner. Then, of course, the miracle happened.
Oh no!
I wasn't particularly hyped for the Game Awards. A very small part of me hoped for a Smash announcement, but I thought that was just a ludicrous pipe dream. Really, the Game Awards was just a way to pass time until I got to go to GameStop at 9 to finally pick up my copy of Ultimate. After about a half an hour of watching the Game Awards, I started to feel a pain in my gut, which I thought at first just to be because I was hungry and had to eat something. But, well, that wasn't the case. I wound up puking my guts out within a couple minutes of eating. At that point, the Game Awards were so boring that I decided it wouldn't hurt to sleep a bit before I went to GameStop. When I finally woke up, I turned the Game Awards back on. I remember it being right when they announced the winner of the Best Ongoing Game Award. Shocker, it was Fortnite. Still nothing good, I thought. Sleeping was a good idea after all. I tuned out during the acceptance speech. It just kept going, and I really could not have cared less about what he had to say. Perhaps I was daydreaming about Smash Ultimate as I waited. I can't quite recall. However, when that mind-numbing duck speak was finally over, it seemed like they were just going to take a commercial break. Jeff started talking about amazing things to come, and I prepared to tune out another session of monotonous commercials for games I didn't care about. But that didn't happen. The screen went black and flickered with red. Immediately I thought of Nintendo. I expected the recognizable Switch click, but instead I saw something much, much different. It was the Phantom Thieves logo. I didn't know about the thieves themselves at the time, but I had seen the logo before, and I recognized immediately that whatever that thing was had to do with Persona 5. As any logical person would do, I had already decided what this was. It was Persona 5 on Switch. Perfect! I couldn't have asked for anything better. As you saw in my mock reaction, I just kept telling myself, wow, they did it! Persona 5 is on Switch! Then came the line that made me take the biggest double take. We've been invited. There was no way. This was not about to happen on the day Ultimate came out. But it was. The minute that card flipped, and I saw the Smash symbol, I sprang out of my seat. It was relatively late, and I didn't want to look idiotic in front of my dad, but I wound up borderline screaming. I was jumping, running around the house, astounded that what I just witnessed really happened. Here's some things I tweeted when the announcement happened. I changed my profile picture immediately, and there was no doubt in my mind. I would main this character no matter what happened, no matter how good he was, no matter the tier, no matter what others thought about the character or me for playing him. The idea was locked, the key nowhere to be found. Since that day, it felt like I had forgotten about Smash. My mind was set on Persona 5. Whereas the day before I was patiently awaiting Ultimate, now I was not so patiently awaiting Christmas so that I could play Persona 5 in order to fully appreciate Joker once he did inevitably get released. Smash had already taken a backseat to Persona 5, and I hadn't even played the game yet. I did play quite a bit of Smash before Christmas though, especially with Koala and Rena. Hell, that's when we created Hit or Miss Megalovania. You can't top that.
Hit or miss? I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya. Well, I'm gonna find another girl and he won't miss ya. Gonna skirt and hit the tablet and Khalifa.
Okay, maybe you can, but the point is I made use of my time. Then, after an eternity, 2 whole weeks to be exact. Listen, it felt like a long time, alright? Christmas Eve had come. It was surreal. I felt like a kid all over again. I couldn't wait to wake up on Christmas morning, wake up my parents, and tear open the wrapping to find that I got Persona 5 at last. When we finished up with presents, I popped the disc into the PS4 and booted up the game. From there was no return.
Wake up, get up, get up there.
I was hooked from the minute I watched that opening. Of course, I had heard Wake Up, Get Up, Get Out there before, but seeing it on my TV screen, knowing I had the game in my hands, gave that opening a whole new meaning. The funky music, the flashing menus, the overwhelming style, the well-designed palaces, the charming characters and dialogue. Every little thing about this game kept me playing and playing and playing. I beat the game, a 90-plus hour game, in about 3 weeks. When I wasn't playing, it's all I could think about. Had I had the choice, I would have never put the game down, but I had family and friends I had to hang out with from time to time. Even then, I was up until 2 AM pretty much every night. I forced myself to take breaks with Persona 4, but I couldn't get myself to do that with 5. I wasn't just hooked, I was addicted. My heart truly was stolen by this game. Whereas other obsessions came and went, to this day I still haven't stopped obsessing over this game. I might need a little bit of mental help, but I digress. This was when I truly earned the role of a Persona 5 mega fan. I was beyond excited for Joker and Smash before, but now my excitement took on a whole other level. But when there's hype, there's always some impatience to go with. Thus, the unbearable wait began. Time slowed to a crawl. Days felt like weeks, felt like months, felt like years. Every moment spent waiting for Joker, for Smash info, for anything, felt like it spanned an eternity. Time felt like it was moving slower than Violet's frame data. The more hyped we were, the worse it got. We were left in the dark on all things Patch 3.0. People were going crazy over the lack of information, myself included. I spent most of my time playing Smash, mostly to make sure I wasn't rusty by the time Joker came out. It never felt like enough to keep me occupied though. It was excruciating. We had known about his inclusion since December, but knew next to nothing about his moveset, how he'd play, what his gimmick would be, if he'd even be good. Hell, we didn't even know what his in-game model looked like. There was next to no information given for 3 months, and even when we did get information, it was very little. In January, there was nothing. February, also nothing. We did finally get something in March from a Nintendo Direct though. The announcement of Patch 3.0 coming in spring, and holy shit, is that Joker's back? Yeah, the info drought was so dry, even a shot of Joker's back was enough to make Smash fans froth at the mouth. Myself included, of course. Spring was pretty vague though, it didn't exactly tell us what we wanted to know. So on we went, day after day, once more just hoping that soon, Daddy Sakurai would bless us with that sweet, sweet release date. It was April 16th. I was vibing, as I often do, procrastinating on a project for AP Lang. A normal Tuesday. I was just chilling at the dining room table, eating some Cheerios or something. It was a year ago, how should I know? Looking at the directions of my project, knowing full well I wasn't going to do any of it that day. Naturally, I checked Twitter, as I have an unhealthy addiction that is ruining my life, but who cares about that? And that's when I saw it. A 180p, very pixelated version of Joker's Smash render, courtesy of Best Buy. I was popping off. This was real, unlike that ungodly leak we had before. I mean, Look at this thing. It's hideous. Joker had to be coming soon. Within a week, I thought. Then, within 20 minutes of seeing the render, I got a Twitter DM. He's here! Nah, no way. Couldn't be. It was like 5 p.m. on a Tuesday. Nintendo would never just drop a gameplay trailer out of nowhere like that. But no, these pictures were real. The link was real, the video was real, it was all real. I couldn't believe it. I started screaming and immediately turned on screen record to record my reaction. I screamed at the tweet. I screamed at the video. I talked about how cool Joker looked. Then when I went to upload it, there was no sound. I'd even created a terrible thumbnail for it too. See? God just really did not want me gushing about this character online, apparently. In terms of recording my reaction, everything went wrong. Hey, it's a learning experience. That's why I was so prepared for the Byleth reaction. Which just so happened to be my most embarrassing reaction, but well, you win some, you lose some. Regardless, the minute I saw that the patch was releasing the next day, a fire sparked within me. I had more motivation to work on that AP Lang project than ever before. And ever after, for that matter. Rena felt the same way too. We wound up in a Discord call grinding out each of our Lang projects so that we'd be able to Joker Ditto the next day. I ended up finishing the whole thing that night. Who knew all I needed to stop procrastinating on my schoolwork was Joker Persona 5? My priorities are in the right place, as you can see. I was ready. My project was finished, my homework was done, there was nothing getting in the way of me playing Joker after waiting for so long. All I had to do was wait until 6 p.m. Only 6 p.m. How hard could that be? Rena and I sat in a voice call after getting out of school, patiently awaiting for the time to come. Then, finally, the clock struck 6. It was time. I opened up the update menu as soon as I could.
Here we go. Yes! Finally! Let's go! What?
What the hell? What the actual hell? It wasn't working. I asked Rena. Same thing with him. Well, what if we try again? Foolish thought. Didn't work. Well, maybe if I reset my system. Foolish thought. Didn't work. Twitter went insane. It wasn't working for almost anyone. Everyone panicked. Mass hysteria. Some people got in right away, others within an hour. But Rena and I had to wait 3 whole hours after the release time to actually download the update. Plus, if I'm remembering correctly, Rena got the update first. My luck is wild. It didn't matter though, as the hour or so that followed was exhilarating. Joker was so fun. Really fun. It took a little while to get good with him. Rena beat me in most of the dittos. But when I finally did get the hang of him, he wound up my best character. In Ultimate before that point, I was really struggling to click with the character. My Smash 4 main, Marth, just wasn't the same. No one else was worth my time, as I had already decided that I was going to main Joker when he was first revealed anyway. Along the way, I did get nervous and had a lot of doubts. What if he's not good? What if I can't play him? We hadn't even seen gameplay for a majority of the wait. For all I knew, he could have been terrible. People kept saying that all self-proclaimed Joker mains would drop him the minute they played him for the first time. I didn't want that to be me. That couldn't be me. Even if he wasn't good, I was going to main him. I was set on that already, but the doubt was always there. None of these doubts came to life though. Joker clicked, and damn did it feel good. He just worked. Joker has helped me take my Smash play to the next level. I've got a long ways to go, but now that my favorite character of all time is in and fits me so well, I have all the motivation I could ever need to keep trying to improve at Smash. Everything turned out well in the end, just like Weezer said. God bless you, Rivers Cuomo. There is one thing that still nags on me though. I say that Joker was my most wanted, that he's my favorite character of all time, but like I said, I hadn't even played Persona 5 when he was first revealed, and my actual most wanted was technically Narukami. It makes me feel like a fraud, like I'm not truly the fan I say I am. However, that was me in the past. I still let those factors from the past define me now, but the truth is, I really am the fan that I say I am. I may not have been that fan before, but I absolutely am now. Hell, anyone who knows me knows that. Before Joker, I was changing my online persona daily, sometimes even more than that. But after that, I changed my online persona to Joker and stuck with it to this day. I played a ton, and I mean a ton, of Persona 5. Even recently, I spent an ungodly amount of my money on Persona 5 merchandise, like that $90 Joker figure, the Phantom Thieves edition of Royal, a Joker phone case, wallet, PlayStation theme. Do I need to keep going? I feel like a fraud, but deep down I know I'm not. In the grand scheme of things, whether or not I'm a true fan doesn't mean a damn thing at all, but it does matter to me. I'm a Joker fan through and through, and I'm not going to let my doubts make me think otherwise.
Man, I really am a huge nerd, aren't I? Hey lads and lasses, thank you so much for watching. Now, before I continue, I just will say, this part isn't scripted, so knowing me, I tend to ramble. I'm going to repeat myself. A lot of what I'm going to say is going to be repeated, so just so you know. But anyway, I really do appreciate you tuning in to watch this video, and especially if you made it to the end, to this section right here. I would also like to give a ginormous thank you to everyone that helped out through this. At Sir Koala, or Koala, you know, friend Garrett. I really do appreciate you editing this video. I appreciate it so much. Without you, I would not have had this video turn out nearly as well as it's going to turn out. So, thank you. Thank you, Rena, for offering to help, for just advice, all that kind of stuff. I really do appreciate that as well. Thank you, Lightning, for editing the video, or not the video, sorry, the script, for editing the script. That really helped a lot. If not for you editing the script, what I said would not sound as impactful as I would like to imagine it does now. I would like to thank, sorry, I don't remember the @ I'll put it in the description, Croneko in, I think you're using Persona 5 right now? Croneko in Persona 5. I really do appreciate you offering to help as well, reading over the script, giving some feedback about how it sounded, all of that. Appreciate that as well. I'd like to thank everyone who even gave very tiny feedback. Kiwi, just for giving a suggestion of the title, or backing that up. And for everyone who mentioned that they were excited for the video. Even that gave me motivation to continue working. Now, of course, even if this video doesn't do well, I don't really care, because this video is a passion project. That's what it always was when I came up with the idea. That's what it's meant for. I really do care about the topic a lot, even if it is about, you know, video game character, not reality. It doesn't matter, really, because, I don't know, it just meant a lot, and I do appreciate it. Again, appreciate all of you guys for being here. So, that's all I gotta say. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'll put links to everyone I mentioned in the description. And before I go, can't forget, please subscribe to our group channel. I'll put a thing up right in that little section up there, so that you can click that and subscribe to the channel. Again, I would really appreciate if you did that, especially since Koala puts in a lot of effort in editing that. Rena puts in a lot of effort in editing those videos as well. Just our entire catalog has a lot of effort into it, so it would mean a lot if you watch those as well. But anyway, that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much again for watching. I know I've said that a lot, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, great rest of your month. great rest of your quarantine, however long that may last. And, well, there's not much else to say. See you later, gamers.
I'm a shapeshifter at Paul's masquerade. I'm in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take all